folks, it's Carlos with Carlos Reliable Motors. This Christmas, why don't you come on down to Carlos's and take care of that loved one in your life? If it's got wheels, we got it. I mean, we got trucks, we got cars, we got big trucks, we got other trucks and cars and vans. I even got tractors back there. I mean, I got trucks. I got a truck carrying a truck. I mean, I'll give you a 2-for-1 deal. We'll make a special on that one. Hey, Tommy, put a special on that one. All right, we got harvesters. I got that thing that's only got 3 wheels back there. I mean, we might have to discount it. I got orange trucks. I mean, what are you going to use that for? I got cars. I got this old thing. Trucks, wheels. I mean, it's got it. I got these things. I don't even know if they're for, but I got them. So you come on down to Carlos Motors and we'll take care of you. That's right, folks. Carlos Reliable Motors. And bring the kids, because I got candy canes for them. And they can sit on Carlos's lap. Merry Christmas.
Before we get started with this week's episode of American Farmer, I just wanted to showcase some wonderful photos sent in from viewers like you. Our first photos are from Darren. Here he is stocking up on the Great Smoky Mountains so he can feed his herd this winter. Next we have Binks GB, Space Pumpkin Farmer. What a name. Here he is delivering apples and pears to the shop, Hoff-Bergman. Alright, our last picture this week came from CCS 101, Nowhere, Kansas. Now that looks pretty lonely out there. Alright, thank you for the submissions. If you would like to see your videos or photos on the show, just send them to the folks here at WFRM. Alright, on to the show. Folks, welcome back to American Farmer. It's Raz here, and I'm in the 780. Dad's over there in the 9660. Got my brother Mike up there. He's running the truck today, and our hand Tommy is, I think he's back there at the end of the field. He's running our grain cart. Corn harvest is in full swing. Of our 2,200 acres, 1,400 of them, roughly 1,400 acres, are in corn. Averaging some decent yields, not our best year. We're looking at the 2 teens to 220s. Right now, like 216, 210. Kind of this strip is between 210 and 220 that we're working on right now. So, doing fairly decent yields. Again, not our best year. Weather really hasn't been our friend this year. Been fighting a lot of moisture. Sometimes moisture is good, and too much can be bad. Yeah, things running great here on the farm. Happy to be back in the field, knocking out acres. And really looking forward to getting the corn done and moving on to soybeans. We still haven't even started our soybean harvest yet, and it is November, and we're kind of running behind right now. But I'm gonna compile some footage of corn harvest 2019, and I hope you enjoy it. Touch back base with you here at the end of the show. as always, thank you for watching American Farmer. All right, talk to you real soon. So as Dad comes by here in the 780, I was going to talk to you about the stalk stompers. So you can see those there on the ground, and they apply pressure to the stalks to help with decomposition, and then also to protect the treads and tires from stubble damage. Yeah, they compress and split the stalk. And then that allows that to decompose over winter a little better, and also protects the tires. Okay, I'm out of breath from running. That's what the stalk stompers are for. They're on the header. Also on the bottom of those headers are a chopper. It's a chopper head, and that's what you can see there, flinging up debris from underneath as it chops the stalks. And again, that just we prefer that. It's worked well for us. I had a moment. I wanted to show you what I meant earlier about the choppers. You can see down there at the bottom, those knives. Those help chop the stalk, and then that helps chains pull it in and feed it into the header. Some headers don't have that option, and they just rip the stalk. And we've been really happy with how this leaves our fields post-harvest. So just wanted to show that to you. So the corn's been running pretty high moisture. Well, I mean, not terribly high, but we've been having to dry it all down, of course, for storage. There's my brother. Say, hey, Mike. He offloads. So we offload in the pit here. Gets taken up the leg through the dryer, and then into the wet bin, and then down through the dryer into one of the storage bins. So, and he's off again. I'm taking a break right now. I was just going to come down here and check on the dryer and make sure everything's running okay. Everything seems to be all right here. Yep, looking pretty good. And we usually store it right around 15% moisture, but by the time we're done drying, and that's where we keep it. We never know how long we'll have to keep it. We usually like to get rid of the corn as soon as we can, but we'll wait to take it to market until the price is right. So yeah, that's what's going on here. Thought you guys would like to see that in operation. There. This is a pain to clean at the end of the season. Definitely one of the dirtier jobs, when you have to get in there and start cleaning that up?
Sun's going down, and I thought I'd grab me a break. I ordered a pizza. Gonna eat some dinner, and getting caught up on my YouTube viewing here. One of my favorite YouTubers. We're going to be running late into the night. Weather looks pretty good for us. Not calling for, shouldn't be any frost tonight, so we'll be running corn pretty late. Yeah, thought I'd grab a bite to eat, and then we'll get back out in the field. It's getting pretty late here. Knocked out a lot today. Say close to over 300 acres since this morning. But then again, we've been running pretty solid all day. I'm gonna keep at it a little bit longer. Dad went to bed. His harvester was running low on go-go juice, so he just went ahead and parked it, and we'll fill it up in the morning, get back to it. But I'm going to keep banging out some acres and see how much I can get done of this. If I start getting real sleepy, I'll call it quits too. I still have about half a tank of fuel, and I think I'm going to run till I get low. Just like he did, and then I'll call it quits for the night and catch up with you in the morning. Well, folks, that's it for me for one night. It's around 2 a.m. There's Mike right now. He's coming in, bringing the last load of corn in from the field. We're going to call it quits for the night, and then I'm going to take him home. Pretty good day. I overestimated our production. We're looking at just shy of 250 acres. We did. Really isn't too bad considering we've been running since around 7 a.m. yesterday. So it's not too bad. 2 harvesters. That's actually a pretty good day for us. Yeah, great day. All right, we'll pick up harvest tomorrow. These things just seem to never end here. But it is a new morning here in Nebraska. A little after 9 a.m. A little bit of frost this morning, so we let that kind of burn off once the sun hit it, and everything was all right. And now we're going to put some go-go juice in each one of the harvesters. Get back to work. Well, Dad wanted a turn in the 780 today, so we switched out for the day. Running the 9660. He's got the new one over there. Having a good old time. Back at it again. Should be able to knock out quite a bit of harvest. We're looking at probably 2 more days, as long as the weather holds out, and we will be finished with corn. Then we can move on to soybeans. That is the plan. Filled up both of the harvesters. And if anybody ever wonders, our annual diesel budget on this farm is over $100,000 a year. That's what we spend. And then by the time you figure in oil, propane for the grain dryer, and hydraulic fluids, anything else, we spend well over $150,000 every year on fuel, oil, and things of that nature. So you're welcome, oil and gas industry. Back to harvesting. And corn harvest 2019 has finished. 1,400 acres. Wasn't our best year for yield. I looked, our yield average was in the 220s. Actually, according to the Ag System, is 221.3. Now I'll have to look at that and see how accurate that is. In the meantime, now is a great time. Next couple days we're going to be cleaning up the equipment. We're going to be doing some preventative maintenance. Setting up for soybeans. We have to get the headers out, get those worked and attached to the harvesters. Then we have to get the auger out, get it set up for the bin to take beans. And so it's been a bad year for corn 2019. Took us roughly 11 days to get all the corn harvested. That's 1,400 acres in 11 days. And of course we took a couple days due to weather. We had got interrupted. So we averaged around 150 acres a day, which isn't bad for us. Some days are better than others, as anyone who farms knows. Sitting on roughly 300,000 bushels of corn this year. And again, wasn't our best year for growing. Usually we average over 250, and unfortunately this year we just could not reach those numbers.
So we will have to sit down this winter, look at our plan, and in the spring we'll see what the soil tests show, and hopefully we can get those yields better for next year. I really think this year was we got in the ground late. We had a very, very wet spring. It was very hard to get in the field, so we planted late, and just wasn't a year for us. But sometimes those things happen. Sometimes they happen. So, but yeah, over the next couple days we'll be getting set up for soybeans, getting all the equipment cleaned up, doing all of our maintenance, and getting ready for the soybean harvest. Thank you for joining me this week on American Farmer. I really appreciate it. Thank you to WFRM. Thank you to Carlos Reliable Motors. That's our sponsor this week. Really appreciate it. And thank you to all of you for watching. And we'll see you next week on American Farmer.